just so we're all on the same page about where this video is going.
We thank the many Muslim nations who stand with us against terror. Our nation is waging a war on a radical network of terrorists, not on a religion and not on a civilization.
If you only watch part of this video, you might think I'm going to be shitting on Muslims or Islam in general, and I'm not. This video has a happy ending. How did my freedoms get over there? Do you have any idea how annoying it is when someone says that? You want an example? Besides the obvious? Anwar al-Awlaki. He's a super infamous terrorist. And he recruited other terrorists while he was way the F over in Yemen. From Yemen, he helped plan and orchestrate terrorist attacks that killed many Americans, like the Fort Hood shooting or the Boston Marathon bombing. These were terrorist attacks on American soil that killed Americans because of what someone in another country was doing. There are far more terrorist attacks from al-Awlaki attempted, but thanks to hardworking people in our government, those were prevented. Anwar al-Awlaki isn't the only terrorist who's done this. Assholes like him are why we're in your country. Your government does nothing to stop these terrorists from killing Americans. So that's why we send our military and our drones to your country to kill terrorists. We are responding to terrorists killing Americans. Now you can make the argument that we're overreacting, because we are, but the fact is we are reacting. Speaking of terrorists who've killed innocent Americans, 9/11 isn't the first time that Al-Qaeda killed Americans. Al-Qaeda was responsible for a whole lot of American deaths and many terrorist attacks, all before 9/11. They also killed a buttload of non-Americans, by the way. If Afghanistan would have just turned him over after 9/11, the entire war on terror could have been avoided. Thanks, Afghanistan. And to be fair, if shit-dear President Bill Clinton would have just assassinated him in the 90s, the entire war on terror also could have been avoided. Fuck you, Bill Clinton. This brings me to, why did America feel so confident about going into Afghanistan in 2001 and then Iraq in 2003? Well, we had major successes for 2 decades leading up to those invasions. We helped the Mujahideen win against the USSR. If somehow you didn't know, Afghanistan, Muslim majority country. That took almost a decade, but we fought covertly and we won. In 1990, we saved Kuwait's ass from Iraq. That only took 3 months. And yes, Kuwait obviously is a Muslim majority country. In 1995, Bosnia became one of the many countries that America has freed. That took 3 years, started in 1992. The majority of that population is also Islamic. Kosovo, another Muslim majority country where in 1998, America saved the fucking day, yeah. Took less than a year. This is why we as a country had all the confidence in the world going into Iraq and Afghanistan in the early 2000s. Throughout the 80s and 90s, we saved several Islamic nations from genocide and oppression. So of course we thought Afghanistan and Iraq were going to go the same way. Why would we think any different? This is the context everyone seems to ignore. 2 very successful decades of American military action in Islamic nations gave us all the confidence in the world to go into Afghanistan and Iraq thinking it would turn out just like the others. Most importantly, South Korea was a complete shit show for 30 years after the Korean War. I mean, it wasn't until the 1970s that South Korea overtook North Korea economically. South Korea faced mass poverty, civil unrest, and high-level political assassinations until almost the 90s. Our way works, but sometimes it takes 30 years until you see the massive benefit of our military intervention. So why did I make this video? About 10 years from now, you'll start to see Iraq and Afghanistan look a whole lot like South Korea. You people just don't see it yet. But I hope you do now. Now let's see what the magic drawer has to offer. That's foreign money, American money, several passports, a gun, and a map of Qatar. Hey, did you like that video? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or I'll steal your dog.
Hey, that's my dog.
No, it's not.